Hello everybody, today we're making the next show of the podcast, episode 23 today. Today we're making it on English, and this week we have really big news, not of course many trailers. It was a really cool free or big gaming week. This week we have lot of new trailers from indie games and of course from big games. And then we can talk, today we're talking about a couple of the news. And then we can talk about
I'm about kicking ass, I'm about taking names,
about the trailers of course that were happened in the last couple of days. Okay, 1 second, I make here the last settings. And then we can go and start and talk about the podcast. Today I try this on English. Okay, today is the 10th.
Because every gamer is a true gamer. Motion gamers, sitting gamers, everyone. And though we may pledge fanboy allegiances to different flags, deep down inside we all serve one master, one king. And his name is gaming. Forever may he
Decision
reign.
here. Okay, that's
My name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass, I'm about taking names, and we're about making games.
It's me, Mario.
Do not be sorry. Be better. Let's go! Yes! Yes! Yes!
1 second.
Because every
Search
gamer
this one and
is
then
a
we can do this
true
one.
gamer. Motion gamers, sitting gamers, everyone. And though we may pledge fanboy allegiances to different flags, deep down inside we all serve one master, one king. And his name
we can
is
go live.
gaming. Forever may he reign.
Safe is safe. Okay, I'm saved here. Start the podcast, 1 second.
My name is Reggie.
Click.
I'm about kicking ass. I'm about taking names.
Okay, this episode we have Phil Spencer interview. Of course we have many more.
Mario.
We have of course many more news.
Do not be sorry. Be better. Let's go! Yes! Yes! Yes!
I hope that today they're announcing the new Nintendo Direct for June, but we will see
Motion gamers, sitting gamers,
what happens today. I hope they announce it.
and though we may pledge fanboy allegiances to different flags, deep down inside we all serve one master, one king. And his name is gaming. Forever may he reign. My name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass. I'm about taking names. And we're about making games.
It's me, Mario.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
Okay, we have still no announcement for Nintendo. My time is 16:37. Okay, but maybe this podcast they announce it. Okay, what we're making this week, we're talking, of course, about the news that happened this week, and then we can watch a couple of trailers that I really liked, and then we can watch it together. Okay, let's go first and talk, I think, about the news that there were happened. Okay, 1 second, I'm switching for this. We're turning this off, we're turning this on. Hold this, okay. Let's talk first about the news and then we can watch couple trailers that I liked that came the couple of days, the last days. But the news are simple. Yesterday, Phil Spencer, aka Xbox, has announced a new Xbox Series X, all digital, 1 terabyte SSD, robot wide, $500 or euros. And of course, we have Xbox Series S, all digital, 1 terabyte SSD, robot wide, $30-50 or euros. And then we have the big special edition from Xbox Series X, 2 terabyte SSD, $100 or 150 euros here in Germany for me. I must say, I find it's crazy that Series, as this special edition, costs like 700, 1600, and or halt here in Germany, 1600, also $600 or 650 euros. And the only difference is there, like it has 1 terabyte more SSD. I must say this is like too much. I think this is crazy, too much. And right now, I think on Amazon here in Germany, the Xbox Series X, I think it's like, let's me look, Series X here in Germany. It's right now 500 euros, and the black SSD Series S is 329 euros. This is why I would say if you want to buy Xbox, buy right now the version that you can buy right now that is in stores for 500. I think the new versions, the all digital and these special editions, are too much from price point. You have no SD, also no CD option for this, and they're like only digital and they cost more or the same like the one Xbox with a CD player. This is why I think it's a little crazy that this Xbox is like want this much money. That's like the same Xbox that came previously, the new ones. And if we believe, and it's happening, that end of the year, PlayStation is launching the PlayStation 5 Pro, and the PlayStation 5 Pro is costing like $600 or 650 euros, then I think this is a bad move from Xbox, launching the same hardware, but for more price, of course, also more costly. Then yesterday was a Phil Spencer interview. And in this interview, Phil Spencer said that more Xbox games are coming for other platforms than Xbox. And of course, he is happy with the Xbox, that many people playing on the Xbox, and he believes that in the future, if everybody is playing, everybody is winning. This is what he said, and I think it's a little crazy. I hope in the future Xbox is not going away, and he said, of course, that they're making a new Xbox, and maybe it's a handheld or like a Xbox plus an handheld. We will see. There are, of course, rumors that PlayStation is making a handheld too, and of course, Switch 2 is coming next. The Switch 2 is coming the next year, and this, of course, a handheld hybrid console. This is why we will see then what happens if they announce the new Xbox. I think they announced next year the new Xbox. Then we can see, of course, what is happening. Okay, they announced Call of Duty, also Call of Duty Black Ops 6 yesterday. Okay, what is Call of Duty? First, the new Call of Duty is 39 gigabyte big. You need this much place on your SSD on PC or console. It was 39 gigabyte. Then we have 16 maps for multiplayer at launch. As said, of course, in campaign. As said, also the 16 maps, 12 maps are 6 versus 6. 4 maps are 2 versus 2. And yeah. Then we have the zombie mode and a single player mode like previous Call of Duty games. And of course, they tried to change the gameplay mechanic a little. Yeah, but this is like for Call of Duty fans. What was this week happened? Let's me look 1 second. We have, of course, yesterday was PC games show. They announced a lot of games. And of course, Xbox showcase was yesterday too, and they announced a lot games. I watch later the games that I'm interested in, but there were like lot of games. And in yesterday's show, they showed, I think, 30 games, and from the 30 games, 18 games are coming in the future for the Game Pass subscribers. But then, of course, not every game is coming next year. And they showed yesterday games that are coming 2025, 2026, or maybe 2027, we will see. But the reason is they announced like State of Decay 3 and Perfect Dark, I think 3 or 4 years ago. This is why we will see at what point the games are coming in the future, where we have a couple of games no release years, also not dates, but release years. We have so far no idea at what point is Indiana Jones is coming, Evolve. This is why we will see, and of course for Perfect Dark and Fable we have only years, but we will see in the future if Microsoft is announcing release dates. And in the interview at IGN, Phil Spencer said that Todd Howard, I know that Fallout series is right now really popular and that he's hinting that maybe a new Fallout game is in there working, and I think they should go to BioWare and make with BioWare a new Fallout game. Let's see. And then in the news they said Fable has a support like Fable from Eidos, and Eidos Montreal is helping the development of Fable, and of course Perfect Dark has help from Tomb Raider makers. Let's hope this Fable turns to be good. We will see, of course, in the future. They showed, of course, a trailer, but there was not that much gameplay or like gameplay mechanics. It looked, of course, alright, and I think the best part about the new Fable is the story. I hope they can make the story unique. Okay, now let's show what we have. Also about the games that I like, we are talking a little later. Let's go first and finish me up what has happened this week. We have a Yakuza TV series from Amazon. It's coming later, end of the year. I hope it's good. A Yakuza series. Fast. Of course, there was many games. I think the last 5 days we have like over 100 new game announcements and ton of indie games. I would say there were like 200 new indie games. It was really crazy for indie developer. I must say for the indie developers, a couple of games looked cool, but many of the indie games right now they're looking like generic. But we have this much indie games in the last years that you see that you have like Metroidvania, you have like a farming simulator, they're copying each other. This is why right now I think if you have an indie game and you're not making something really, really unique, it's really hard for you to survive in the market. Something. The big news was this week too. This Valorant is of course coming for PlayStation and Xbox, and the developers not including gyro aiming for the PlayStation version. And the reason is that Xbox controller has no gyro aiming. The people that don't know what the gyro aiming is, this is like you can turn it on, and then if you want, you can move your controller with your hands, and your cursor is shifting then in this direction, and then you can like of course press hit and then shooting. For the most part, people making this if they press R2 and the enemy is like moving left or right, then they can move the controller left or right and shooting, and then they're hitting him. And the reason is of course auto aim. The console version has auto aim, and this is how it's many people playing this, like Splatoon and Call of Duty on PlayStation. Or Epic Legends or Fortnite, they're turning then this geo aim, and then if they're pressing R2, then they can still also adjust the aiming and then hit. Also L2 and then R2 of course for shooting, but they're hitting L2 and then R2 for shooting, and then they can adjust the aiming. But the Valorant developers turning this down in this future, or not programming it, and the reason is the Xbox version has not the option for gyro aiming. The controller is not supporting it. But I was yesterday surprised that Xbox not announced a new controller, but we had this believable rumors that there is coming a new Xbox controller, but okay, it was like fake news. Sad, but what we'll do is that what's happened. Then Wukong was stated that it's not coming for the Xbox day one. That the developer need more time to develop the Xbox version for Wukong. And of course, we have a lot of trailers. But I think the big news I have now, this were like the last couple of days the big news. But this is why let's go to the trailers and talking about the trailers that I liked yesterday. And of course, there are a lot of trailers. I can mention like many games. A couple of days like Astrobot as a new Monster Hunter is really cool. A Metaverse is really cool. The new Atlas game, as a new Atlas JRPG game for JRPG fans, was really cool. It's coming, of course, this year. I must say they showed many games in the last couple of days in the showcases that are coming in the next month. This is why I think it was really cool that we have now really many games that are coming this year, and they have shown with trailers in a couple of days. Yeah. Let's look what games I liked. I would say the Xbox showcase and Summer Games Fest couple trailers. Let's look them. I'm changing my setting, and then we can go and look at. Turn this down. Turn this up, then we can see my display. Okay, the first trailer was off. I was saying yesterday, Perfect Dark on Xbox show looked really cool. This was like in-engine footage, and of course the sequences are in-engine. I have no idea if they're using Unreal Engine or what kind of engine they're using, but believe they're using Unreal Engine. It will make sense. And of course, this is like co-developed Xbox Studios and Tomb Raider Maker from Eidos Dynamic. I have no idea what's the new name. Crystal Dynamic, actually. Crystal Dynamic is the name, and they're developing this game. And this is looking really like a Deus Ex game now. We can see she has, of course, different skills here. Vocal analysis, also she's like detective mode. But of course, she needs to observe the area and then act right. She's like spy agent, perfect dark, and she has like different tools to adjust her strategy to complete the mission. And we will see, like in the first mission, she needs to sneak in. She's sneaking in, and for information, I must say the graphics looks really cool. Also looks really detailed, the graphics. I hope they can keep this graphic to the end. Okay, and this like sneaky. Like I say, Perfect Dark is like N64 games. It's like a spy game. Back in the day it was like with James Bond 007. It was like the best shooter on N64. This was long time ago. And now this is like the reimagining for Perfect Dark. And we can see now she has, of course, gadgets and a weapon. So, and the story is like going in the direction that she is like spy for government, and then she finding something out. And we see now, oh, it was like a trap, and now she need to survive and to fight, of course, and to shoot. And I hope they have a lot more enemies. So far we have seen like a normal soldier, but I think this is like, if this game coming out 2026 or 2027, this is like the first hour of the game that they're showing now. Okay, we have slow motion. Okay, slow motion and leap physics style action. And what you see here, of course, is of course the PC version. On the Xbox show, everything they showed was on a powerful PC. This is why I have no idea if this game is coming for the Xbox, how it looks on the Xbox. And now we see that she is has like see something that she should not see, and then it's like over. I must say the story I think is cool. The story is like more sci-fi and more alien-like story. The Perfect Dark games. I played this game on N64, but I not beat it. I have here on my Xbox, I have the Rare Collection, and on the Rare Collection is Perfect Dark, so I can play it. But it's cool that we finally see Perfect Dark. Like I said, this game I think is not coming next year. It's like 2026 game, or maybe 2027, but we'll see. But it looks cool, and I hope this game is in the end really cool. Well, the Perfect Dark is really cool series, and I hope we can make it again big again for the young generation, the Perfect Dark games. Okay, we have Perfect Dark. Then of course the Doom. I'm Doom player. I played every new Doom. And I played Doom 1 and 2, of course, the classics too. And Doom 3. My first Doom game was back then Doom 2 on PC. But my PC was back then really bad, and I had no chance to run it. And then on my later I had then better PC, and I played then first time Doom 3 and beat it, of course. And then I played the new Doom games that we have now in the recent years. And the last Doom Eternal, of course, I beat too. And this time it looks like we are of course, the Doom guy again. It's like we're coming from space and need, of course, kill our enemies. But it looks cool, and everybody that played Doom, he understands the game mechanics. It's like, again, gore FPS, fast FPS action with new tools, new enemies, and of course new levels. But we will see what is like story-wise and how it's like developed. And it looks like right now that's where we have more open world areas, that the areas are a little more open than the previous games. But we will see, like I said, after this game comes out, what will it happens. Yay, and we can have the Big Mac to fight with Big Mac. We can fly. Yeah. Doom Agent, also is coming next year. Also Dark Ages. And like Phil Spencer said, more games are coming for the PlayStation, and this game is coming day one PlayStation. I think from now on every Bethesda game is coming day one on PlayStation. And of course Xbox PC. And I think if this game can run on Switch too, then this game is running on Switch too. We're getting thumbs up. Okay, this game was yesterday on PC. This game was yesterday on PC games. It's like a small indie game, and I like the trailer. The trailer was like original. No, it's not that original. We have like Bocce the Rock and different animes that are going this direction. That we have like a group of girls that making a band together, and need of course to write songs and play songs, and have like and need of course be strong in society, like we see. And this is like reminded me of like in animes. If right now we're looking like in the anime genre for this style of a girl band, then it looks like similar. And they show here off in this trailer like the gameplay mechanics. And this game has a lot of gameplay mechanics. It looks really cool art style wise. And from gameplay, it's like 2D, but this can go in the 3D direction too. This is why I hope this game is really cool. And we will see, of course, next year. It's coming next year. Here we see we have a 3D and 2D gameplay mechanics, and of course, a lot of story, a lot of dialogue, and then later, of course, music. I turned down now the music, but if you watch it for yourself, the trailer for Unbeatable, the game is named Unbeatable, then of course you can listen to the music. And it's coming next year for all platforms. It's really cool. And like I said, I find the trailer is really cool. And the music was in the trailer really cool too. And I hope it's like really cool story. I like my girl band animes. The last is like Bocce the Rock, and of course K-On! And Jellyfish right now. Also this season is really cool animes. And I hope this going similar direction with cool gameplay mechanics. 1 second. Then we have here Phantom Zero. They showed a new trailer. Phantom Blade Zero. The blade is down. It's like the name for the trailer. It was showed at Summer Games Fest. And I'm a big Souls fan or action fan. And we have right now really cool Chinese and Korean action games. And this is like after Stellar Blade, I must say, I believe now in the Chinese Asia, also the new region AAA action slash games that can deliver really cool games. Of course, later in the year is coming Wukong. And this game is coming sometime in the future, and this looks really cool too. The Phantom is like really fast-paced action, Souls-like or DMC-like game. And they showed it on IGN stage, 12-minute gameplay video, and they showed the three bosses. Right now, people can play on Summer Game Fest, later Gamescom, and Tokyo Game Show. They can play a demo for this game and beat 3 bosses that they show here in this trailer. And the gameplay mechanics is similar to Rise of Ronin after I watched the demo. Also after the developer explains the demo, I must say the combat looks like Rise of Ronin game. You have your 2 weapons, And you have your bow, and you have a gimmick weapon. You have stamina, and you have your HP, and of course your potions, free, like we see. And what is this different in this game? Your stance, your block stance. You have a perfect block, and you have a block button. If you hold the block button, your stamina is going down. And if the enemy is breaking your stamina bar, then you are like the enemy can give you like a free hit and make a lot of damage. And the same is for you on the enemy. You need to try, of course, break his stamina, and he's trying to break your stamina for make a lot of damage. And to extend your combos, you need to switch the weapons. The game in the end, as this demo has 4 weapons, but the full game after it's coming out, it seems to have like 30 weapons, but this are not like the main weapons. You have like a bow and your gimmick weapons have you too. This is why we will see how many main weapons you have to attack. You have like small swords, 2 swords, small, long swords, and of course different enemies. And the missions, the boss fights are like similar to fast-paced action game like Neo or Bloodborne. And I like the setting too. This is like settings that we don't see this much in European region. This is why I hope this game turns really good. But the trailer looked really fun. And after I played Stellar Blade, I think I believe now that the Korean and Chinese developers understand now what the Western market wants from them, what kind of action game, if they're making action game, and I think they can deliver this kind of action game. And like I said, the demo looked really cool in the trailer too. I think this game turns really cool in the end. Then we have the new Gears of War game. I played every Gears of War game on Xbox, and this is like the new trailer. And there's like Gears of War E-Day, and E-Day is before Gears of War 1. It's like E-Day. Also the world is going down, and then of course later is coming Gears of War 1. That we'll see. And the big point in this game is story-wise, we have here characters that of course died later in the story of Gears of War. In this E-Day, they're of course still alive. And we can see now how Marcus Phoenix became the hero that we see then in Gears of War 1. And this is like in-engine trailer, of course. That is why I have no idea how the graphics looks in that, but I think the graphics is looking in that really cool. But like I said, we will see. I think this game is 2026 or 2027. This game has no release date, also not release year. But I think many Gears of War fans are now hyped that they're playing with Marcus Phoenix and not with his son and not with this girl. Many people not liked Gears of War 4 and Gears of War 5. This is why I think they're going now with Gears of War E-Day, that people can play with Marcus Phoenix and his buddies and have like not the new storyline. But we will see like how this game ends. Maybe it has like at the end something to do with Gears of War 5 story-wise, but like I said, we will see. And we see now they're like in the city, and the city is getting more and more destroyed. Then the enemies in Gears of War, they're coming from the ground. They're coming from the ground. This is why we see like this much of red fires. These are like red burning holes that the enemy is coming from. But I hope this game is good in the end, and we will see. After we watch the new trailer, here like the spine enemies, the big spiny enemies. I hope this game is ends and really cool, but we will see. Like I said, this game has no date and no. Okay, this game is coming this year, Assassin's Creed, and I hope not many people are now making again fun about this game. Well, this looks really cool for Assassin's Creed game. I think the engine looks really good in the samurai settings. And gameplay-wise, we have like a shinobi, a Japanese woman that is like a shinobi. There is she. And of course, later we see our black samurai. And in the story, you need to play with both of these characters to continue the story. And of course, to help Shogun to get stronger. But we will see what the story is at the end. And like today is like Ubisoft show, and then I hope they're showing more gameplay. This trailer has not, of course, a couple of gameplay elements, but most part was, of course, cinematics, also in-engine cinematics. And here we see the samurai. I hope they're explaining today the gameplay mechanics for the combat. But this is I think this game looks really good. This looks good. I hope the story. I think the story is in that good too. The question my only question is the gameplay mechanics. And like I said today, in the Ubisoft show, I hope they're showing more gameplay, and then we can see how the gameplay is in this game. But I must say, this trailer, where we see the gameplay, it looks really good. I think many Assassin's Creed fans are now happy, and this I think is like a strong. If you pressing buttons and you go like berserk mode, this is like this black and white. Maybe this game you can play this game full in black and white. But I think that we will see today. They mentioned it today in the Ubisoft show. But it looks really cool, and like this game is coming for every platform. And I think next year for Switch too, it's coming too. But we'll see. And I hope, of course, Nintendo announcing today the Nintendo Direct, but we will see. Okay, the next game is like Mech Breaker. This game is like long in the making. This was started as an indie game or tech demo, and then of course it got more support. And now it's a full mecha game. But this game looks really cool. It's like not a Gundam game. Of course, it has like a Gundam-like mix. And it's of course not a Gundam IP, but it's like every Gundam or mech in this game is of course a kind of copy of a Gundam that we already know in the Gundam universe. But I like that this game is really fast. It's really fast. You can of course customize your mech how you want, and you have done different gameplay mechanics. And this is like arena 1 versus 1 or like 2 versus 2 combat settings. It's not like from software. What was the like game? Front Mission is not like Front Mission, but it's more like arena 1 versus 1 mech game. But it looks in the trailer, it looks really cool. And I saw already gameplay trailer for this, also more gameplay trailer. But this looks really cool. It's coming for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, of course, next year. And it's really long time in the making. But this looks really cool, and I hope that this can make it better than the Gundam games. But it looks like really cool mecha game. Okay, next trailer that I liked. Okay, this trailer was a surprise. I think this trailer was the only one surprise for me. Because we see here mentioned, but wait, I clicked the wrong. Okay, let's go back here. This is the trailer, sorry. Again. Okay, the name is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And I think this is a JRPG game, but from Western studio, also not from Japan studio or Asia studio, but actually from Western studio. We will see how big this is. Maybe is this game, so it looks really cool. The question is this like a proper JRPG game, or is this like more experimental gameplay mechanic roguelike based JRPG game, and not like a full you have open world, you can run around game, but we'll see if they show, of course, more. They're showing now in this trailer that first I thought to myself, okay, is this like an action game? While they're walking. These are like different party members. This game looks really cool. It's like Unreal 5 engine. And now they're showing the gameplay, and after they showed the gameplay, I said, hey, this is like a JRPG. Like turn-based gameplay. And now we see it looks really, really cool. It is like a turn-based game with different attacks. And like turn by turn, it's like your turn or the enemy turns. But it looks really good. I hope that this game is in the end really good. It's supposed to come next year. Like I said, it's a Western studio. It's not a Asia studio or the Japan studio. But it looks really promising. Yeah, it looks like really cool, and I think they have like mentioned in an interview that trying, of course, to make something that is like Final Fantasy or like in Persona style combat, as a turn-based combat. And we see halt here in this already that they're using like something with Final Fantasy VIII. This like the same was in Final Fantasy VIII, that you have like your combos, and after you hit okay your turn to attack, then you need to press still a button to perform more damage. Like we see here, he's pressing that. Now you need to press R. Perfect to make more hit. We will see if you need to press buttons for if the enemy is attacking you, for counter attack or for blocking. But I must say, from graphic point for JRPG games, this game looks really cool. And it's coming, of course, for PC, PlayStation, Xbox next year. Yeah. But this I think this was like one of two, like Perfect Dark, and this one was my surprise yesterday for the Xbox show. That I had no idea if this game was like complete surprise, and Perfect Dark was like, okay, is this good or not? This game looks, of course, really cool, and I hope they can pull it off in the end and make a really nice game. Then this game we already knew that this game is coming. I think the main developer for this game is like Chinese company, European or Chinese company. But let's look. Showing. Okay, they're not showing the developer, but the developer is of course not Konami. Konami has outsourced this game to a different developer, but it's like Metal Gear 3, Snake Eater. Back in the days, Metal Gear 3 Snake Eater was on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, and this game was really, really cool, and of course later PC too. It's like one of the greats back in the day. It is like Unreal 5 engine. It looks really cool. And we will see, of course, how they can manage the boss fights, the story. Well, the one question is they're not showing a boss fight or the boss enemies. They're only showing in the trailer the boss. Of course, they're showing Snake a lot of times. And Liquid, we have not Liquid, what is Ocelot? They're not showing Ocelot. This is a big question to Ocelot. How Ocelot is looking. But that what they're showing looks like similar to the Metal Gear 3, how we know it, of course. But the graphics are amazing in this Unreal 5 engine. I must say the dev teams done here really, really nice job. Graphically wise. The question is, of course, the gameplay. If they can, also what they're making it like to feel if you play this game. This is like the boss. In the story for Snake, she was like the teacher for the Snake, also for the agent Snake. And his mission is to kill the boss. But of course, I don't say now the full story. But it's really cool, and I hope this game is coming next year. I think it was supposed to come this year, but we have now rumors that it seems that this game has a delay for next year. This is why we will see. I think in the end of the year what's about. I think to Tokyo Game Show, if we cannot have not Tokyo Game Show a playable version of this game, and then not announcing until Tokyo Game Show is like October a release date, then this game is for the next year. Then they cannot finish it on time. But I mean, they have no announcement so far for an announcement date. This is why I think it's okay to push it back if they can make it better. So then, of course, Indiana Jones was really cool too. The only question is for me, Indiana Jones. It looks like Indiana Jones, as like the movie. The only question is, of course, the combat. I think but sometimes the animation in the cutscenes look some little off with the talking. Face animations looking sometimes off, and the question is like the combat. The reason is Indiana Jones, he has like only his whip and his revolver, and later of course machine gun, but he is not like Uncharted Nathan Drake that is like shooting. In the movies he is not fighting that much. This is the question now, how they're making it in this game. If you compare this to the previous game for Machina, then the question is how they're managing the combat. It's like ego perspective. Like I said, I think overall I must say it looks really promising. I like that speaking Germany, as the German guys speaking German in the trailer, and not like a fake German. They're speaking like proper German. And like I said, these games are playing like in the 70s, 60s, the 80s. But you see how old he is. And he looks like Indiana Jones 2, 1 or 2, like if he is like same in the same region like Indiana Jones 1 or 2. It's German, but I must say it looks really promising, and I hope it's in the end really cool. They not have a release date for this one, but it seems it's coming end of this year. The question is at what point. But I hope in the end it's really cool game, the Indiana Jones game. No. Second. No, let me press the button. Oh, sorry, man. I forgot to press the button to show you the trailers, I think. Okay, make mistake. I talk now about trailers, and I forgot to show you guys the trailer, sorry. What was not extra. Okay, next time. Okay, we have of course anime news too. I think the biggest anime news this week was this this Evangelion Gurren Lagann makers Gurren Next are closing. They have no money more to support the studio, and they're closing down. And they said that certain companies can now coming in and buy their IPs like Neon Gevangelis, Gurren Lagann, and more. It's like really old anime studio for 40 years, and it's now really sad that they're closing. But so far, if I've looked here, we have not. Okay, one surprise we have that announcement that Spike's Family third season is on the way. They're developing third season. Then we had that Godzilla versus Donkey Kong or Donkey. That the movie have made $580 million win, also in the movies, in the cinema, box office. And this is the best movie so far from the series Godzilla X Kong, of course. Also the Godzilla franchise is like really strong. Yeah. The said anime studio Gainax filed bankruptcy. It's like really sad. And they have really lot of IPs that are closing now. But we will see what companies are now buying the IPs. I think the big IPs are really strong, and we will see. I think next week or also next week what companies are buying it. Well, the big is of course Evangelion, but I think Gurren Lagann is really big too. They have like 100 million yen debt. I think they have more debt. Who knows in the end how many debt they have? Never anime news. That's it. We have no anime news. Okay, this were the big animes this week. Of course, I watched my animes this week, and it was really cool. This week was from Anime Point. Really good. I think the best anime this week that I watched was my UFO Trivia. What's the English name for this? One second. Can I classic music anime. Episode 10 was really good, and the voiceovers they make really well job. The voice actors. This was really emotional episode, and they done a really good job to perform like in the anime episode 10. It was really emotional. Okay, this is the episode. Sorry that I talked about games but not showed the trailer actually. I pressed the wrong button this time, sorry. Okay, and then I'm listening to this and then I decide if I'm making this on English in the future or I try to make this on Germany.